tired, dude.
Really?
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
Sounds like
you're rubbing your nose on the mic.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't sound cute.
That's the one that shoved in my ass too.
Not doing that again.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel, and joining me, as always, is these motherfuckers right here. Eddie and Birdy.
Hello, motherfucker.
What's up, motherfucker?
Fuck, dude. You guys are hostile today.
Yeah. That's what we are on Mondays.
Hold on, let me change. Good afternoon, kings.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What's up, bitch?
What, dude? Fiddle's making me nervous.
I know. I'm doing my best to make you feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh, fuck. I already feel like shit, dude.
Why?
I'm tired.
From what? You don't do shit.
Tired for sleeping, dude.
Damn. Tired from resting?
Those 14-hour naps.
14-hour naps, dude.
Hell yeah, sleepy king.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Let's get this over with, dude. I want to go home.
Before we get into it, I want to let people know that they should watch Barry because it just ended.
Mandalo?
Mandalo?
Manilo, dumbass. Mandalo.
Angelo.
Barry Mandalo.
I'm tired.
Barry Mandalo.
Michael D'Angelo.
Fuck, dude. They should watch Barry on HBO.
That's gonna be my stage name, Michael D'Angelo.
Michael D'Angelo. There's gonna be a buff, half-naked guy sculpting.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. No, seriously, people should watch Barry. It just ended. Watch the series finale, and it was fucking tight, dude.
That's
A lot of shows have ended. Barry, Succession, Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Get on that shit.
Yeah. Sounds tight. I look forward to watching that show because I keep hearing good things.
What about you, Eddie?
Sounds fucking dumb.
Eddie's like, why would you even show after a fruit?
Barry Manilow.
We get it. You're vegan, dude.
Strawberry Mandela?
Barry Manilow, homie. All right. Let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about the movies we assigned each other to watch 2 weeks ago. And I haven't watched mine yet. So.
What?
No, I'll go first. The first one I saw was Spirited Away, which was recommended by Birdy. And like 5-10 minutes into it, I was like, I've seen this movie before. I just forgot. But I was watching it, and beautiful animations, a beautiful looking movie. And I just kind of felt lost watching it, though. Like, I didn't necessarily understand. Maybe because I was looking for like a theme or like a message in it instead of just focusing on like what's in front of me.
Yeah.
But I just felt like there was like some sort of like message or whatever. But what I gathered from it is this little girl who starts off like kind of bratty, you know, kind of self-absorbed because they're in the car and I think her mom gives her like a bouquet of flowers, right?
Right.
And then she says something along the lines of like, oh, like dad didn't give me anything. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like he gave you a rose. And he's like, yeah, just one. Like, so showing that she's like ungrateful.
Yeah.
Unappreciative. But like by the end of the movie, she kind of switches because she does, throughout the movie, she does what she can to like save her parents, basically. So I guess you could say like what I got from it was her to show her journey from being self-absorbed, selfish to a selfless person.
Yeah, because like she goes through a lot.
Yeah.
She goes through a lot. Like she has to get a fucking hard labor job.
Yeah.
She's not even like a teenager yet. And then not only that, but like having to like deal with like the whole different world.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like the whole theme that was going because they were moving. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
She was like, "Oh, I have to get used to like how people look, how people are, what people do."
Just get acclimated to like a new area.
Yeah. Which is really hard for like a kid. You know? Because when you're a kid and like you're moving around, it's like hard to make friends. It's hard to like things because you're moving into like a city where people like things, and then you move to another city where people like other things, and like it's just like it's really hard to adapt to that when you're a kid and your brain is so like overstimulated,
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted you to watch that movie because I appreciate Miyazaki's work so much, dude. It's gonna be a sad day when that old man leaves this earth.
Would you say that's like the most popular one?
I would say so. That one and My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, those two are pretty much like the staples of like Ghibli. Even their logo always has Totoro on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because when I was looking into it, because like I said, I couldn't really understand like the theme. Like I couldn't grasp a theme from it. So I was like looking more into it. And I had no idea that Ghibli, like however you pronounce it, had basically two directors that were like the staple for them. Mm-hmm. It was Miyazaki, and I cannot remember the other guy's name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I guess it was kind of a thing where they kind of competed in a way, and that's what elevated each film. But wasn't Spirited Away like Miyazaki's return? Because he was like, he had
retired. Dude, that guy retired like 3 times.
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 times. But it's funny because there's a documentary about him. Then like he mentions that shit too about like he's like, I guess I'll retire another time. Yeah. But that was like his return, and like that was a movie that got everyone's attention over here.
Yeah.
Like it was, like when that movie came out, like I don't know, what was it, like year 2000?
Something like that. 2001, something like that.
That's when everybody over here starting to pay attention to them. It was like, whoa.
Because I also found out that Disney like put in like 10% of the budget to make that movie just because they wanted the North American streaming rights or the North American distribution rights for it.
It's, I think, I forgot who was in charge of Disney at the time. There's like
I think it was John Lasseter.
It was Mickey Mouse.
Hey, talking to the mic, homie. You fucking move it around. You don't even talk into it. Come on, man. Hey, get your shit together, homie. What's going on, all right?
Are you
on drugs again? Around or something?
Are you on drugs again?
See, now I can hear you.
What's up? Continue. Go ahead.
We're all parenting Eddie right now?
Yeah, I feel like
I'm doing it because I love you, homie.
Tough love, dude.
No, just tough.
Damn. Without the love.
No, I think it was John Lasseter at the time, the director of Toy Story.
But there's like always an interesting story that Miyazaki had sent Katana.
Damn, Mortal Kombat?
No, it's Sordana.
Oh, yeah. An unlockable character.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
But he had sent a sword over, like he mailed it over to him because they were like, well, if it's going to come over here, like we have to dub it and we have to put subtitles. And like he was like, Miyazaki was pretty adamant. He's like, please don't mess it up, man. Like, please don't like put some goofy dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, please stay true to like what I'm creating.
Did they make a English dub?
Yeah, they made English stuff for almost all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I watched.
You watched the English dub?
Because that's what I have, yeah.
It doesn't have the original?
To be honest, I didn't even check.
I'm sure it does. Being Miyazaki, like there's no way.
Probably gives you both options.
And like normally I would go for the original dub, but the only reason I watched the English was because you had told me that it was like a pretty faithful and like it was respectful.
Yeah, because like I said, like when they were editing for the Western audience, over here, like he had sent them like a fucking sword, like with like a saying engraved on it saying no cuts. Letting them know, like, please don't cut anything out of my films. Please, like, just leave it as it is. And if you're going to dub it. Stay true to the dialogue. If you're going to put subtitles, stay true to the dialogue. Like, don't fuck with my movies.
Yeah.
Like, please don't do that. And they stay true to it, dude. Because, like, even you can, like, look up YouTube videos of people comparing, like, the English and, like, the original dub. And, like, they added some dialogue, but it's just for Western audiences to understand what these Oriental characters are talking about.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned to you when you're watching it, there's like a piece of dialogue that was added in the beginning where the camera's panning up, but you don't see any characters. You just see like a house. And she goes, it's a bathhouse.
Yeah.
That piece of dialogue isn't in the original. Because us as like Westerners, like we look at that and we're just like, oh, it's another Oriental building.
Yeah.
you know, they really wanted us to be like, oh, they're going into a bathhouse, you know, which was like great for me. But the more you look into like these movies, the more you really appreciate them, especially the more you look into Miyazaki himself. Like there's like a few documentaries on Max right now.
Oh, okay.
And after you watch them, like you'll be like, man.
Because all the movies are on Max as well, right?
Most of them, yeah, most of them.
Yeah, because another thing I had like discovered was that the film was storyboarded all the way through before any dialogue was even written.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Which was that's insane to me. Like,
yeah.
So I guess they went off based what was drawn to be like, okay, this is what they're saying, or like this is where the story's going in this scene. Like, so I thought that was pretty crazy, and it's a great film. Like I loved it.
But did you feel like you were watching like an anime, or did you feel like you were watching a film?
Okay, so at first I did feel like oh, okay, I'm watching an animated film, like it's an anime, but like it's just so engrossing and just so like just intriguing that you're just watching another movie. Yeah,
which is why I love like his work.
Yeah,
and he says it too. Like someone mentions that anime to him, like anime, like Dragon Ball Z type shit.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't hate it, but it's just not for me. Like I don't like anime.
Is it ever said how much time goes by that they're in that world?
No, actually.
Because I noticed that like when they got there, it was all pretty like well kept, like the grass, like it wasn't high or anything. Like there wasn't that much shrubbery around the tunnel that they walked through. But at the end, when they're coming back through, it's like a bunch of shrubbery,
a bunch of
grass,
leaves on the car.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's just like, damn, like how long were they in there for all that shit, you know? And then they're still like, oh, we gotta go meet up the movers.
I know the movers are just probably left all their shit outside.
Yeah,
like we're not gonna wait for you.
Well, they made a comment like, oh, they have the keys, they can get it.
Oh, okay.
So they cover the tracks.
Yeah, see how detailed that shit is, dude? Like it's fucking gnarly.
But yeah, I did enjoy it, and I would suggest if you're not familiar with it, you should watch it. It's very good. But what movie did Eddie have you watch?
Eddie had me watch Titane, which is on Hulu, and which is that's how I watched it.
I believe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's how I watched it.
Movie of the year, right?
Dude, your face is like really red.
I'm high, dude.
Are you good, homie? Hey, off the record, are you okay?
Off the record?
Yeah. Turn up the volume on his mic.
I don't know, man. I'm going through a lot right now. And
that's what's up. So,
yeah, he had recommended I watch Titane.
Yeah,
which is a movie I've been wanting to watch since it came out, but for some reason I just never found the headspace for it. I've had plenty of opportunities, but I just never had I never I was like I can put it on, but I'm not gonna pay attention.
Yeah,
but I think it was like Friday night I watched it, and I was like, I think you were like off somewhere, and I was like here alone, and I watched it, and I fucking had the volume like fucking way high. Surprised our neighbors didn't come over here being like, you're being too loud. But I watched it, and I love that movie, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. That movie's
fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, that movie's fucking dope. The director's name, I think her name is Julia Ducournau or something like that. Super French. Super French movie, too.
It's her second film, dude. Her
her
debut was Raw.
Yeah, which was a movie that I really, really enjoyed. Like, I really liked that movie a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember we went to go see it at the Frida. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah.
we went with Carrick and all them. And I enjoyed that. That was a good theater experience for me, especially being at the Frida. And I think you can watch Raw like on Netflix right now. Or
I think so.
Yeah. That was like another good movie too. But Titane was like... I had seen like some YouTube reviews on it. Like people saying like... It's fucking weird.
Dude, when I tell people that like little plot points on it, and I tell them how beautiful that movie is, it's like it contradicts.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, it's about a woman who gets pregnant by a car. Like she fucks the car.
Yeah, like because she's like it has this really interesting way to explore the events that go on throughout the film because. This little girl and like her family have this like weird relationship, and like the dad's like not really into having a kid, and like she's lost in her own world, and then like this event happens when she's a kid, and after that she's like, I don't know what the fuck I don't know. It's weird.
It's like a movie about like kind of like finding yourself in a way, but it's told through like weird like visuals, like weird shit.
Yeah.
Like the more the movie goes on, the more that you're like, what the fuck am I watching? Like what am I watching here? Like this is,
which is pretty standard coming from Eddie.
but it's so gripping.
Yeah.
It's so gripping because the way she shot it, the actors she chose, the dialogue she chose, like everything mixed in. Like it's not a movie where you're just like, I get it, you're being French and weird, whatever. No, like it's like a movie you're watching and you're like, oh, you're telling me something here.
Yeah.
Like you're showing me something here. Like this is awesome. You're sending me like a message and I love it. And she doesn't like spoon feed you. Like she lets you like visualize everything on your own on the screen. But there's definitely a lot of moments where like for like a Western audience, you'll definitely be like, weird.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't like this weird shit.
Yeah.
But for people like us who are used to watching such surreal shit like on the screen and we're loving it every second, like, man, it was like a beautiful thing to watch. I love the music. And that was the one thing that I really liked about Raw, especially the opening sequence for that movie. Like,
it has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, it has like the soundtrack, like in the beginning. I'm talking about Raw, but in the beginning, like there's like a club scene and like, I was like, oh man, this movie makes me feel young, dude. Like it fucking feels powerful. But like once you get closer to like getting past all these events and like all the weird shit, like man, it's like the story is so engrossing, so compelling, so beautiful. And the last like 15 minutes are definitely the most gnarly like moments of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it because I want people to watch it for themselves. But man, it's so beautiful. Like it's so beautiful. And I looked up like, cause like, honestly, when I was finished done watching the movie, I was like, I feel like I just watched the most wholesome story.
That's what I'm, dude. It's weird.
Like the most wholesome story unravel in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
But it was so executed in such a surreal way that it was like it was like a curveball. Like, but it like once it hits you, you're like, you know, like, and then I was like, whoa.
It's a sign of good storytelling.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that because that's how I felt at the end of Raw. Like when the movie ended, it had like a gnarly ending too, but at the end of it, I was like, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful, and that's how I felt at the end of Titane. And I like looked up how like why she made the movie and like what she was going for, and like according to her, she was like, I really wanted to make a film that just really showed you what it's like to give someone unconditional love, which is what I did with Raw. And like that's what she said. It's like I really wanted to make a movie where I wanted to make a story about characters with the theme of unconditional love, but surrounded by it. And that's why I said, but at the end of the movie, I was like, I feel like I just watched the most wholesome thing in the world in the most gross way ever.
Yeah, it has a lot of gore in it too.
Yeah,
not a lot, but it has like scenes that you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like it has a nipple scene that I was like, dude.
It has a lot of like scenes where I could tell like I said, like a Western audience would be like, this is so gross.
Yeah.
But with us, it's like, this is tight. You know what I mean? But it was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful movie. I'm glad I watched it.
I definitely like after I watched it the first time, I was like, this had no right to be that beautiful.
I know, dude.
Like a movie about a girl getting pregnant by a car shouldn't be this fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
This, like you said, wholesome, where it's just because like so much gnarly shit happens, but like I said, it's just like it has like these rays of like light of like love and shit that come through the movie, and you're just like, fuck, this is so tight.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly how I felt.
I think Fidel would enjoy it too.
I think he would too. It's a great movie.
I'll see what's up.
I look forward to Julia's next movie.
Yeah, so far she's 2 for 2.
Yeah,
she's also one of those directors that's like Robert Eggers and them, like that's just slowly coming up and like making like original shit.
Yeah, and I love that too because they're like, dude, Rock came out in 2016. Like this one came out in 2021, and it's like I like the fact that she's just like, when I come up with something, I'll film something. She's not. I could tell she's like right after Raw, she wasn't like, people loved it. Oh, rad! I'm gonna ride that wave, homie.
Yeah.
You know, she was just like, oh, as soon as I have something to say, I'll let you know, which was great. Like this movie was a great sophomore like effort for her. was great.
And you watched it on Hulu, you said?
Yeah, it's on Hulu, but I mean, you probably get a better version from a Blu-ray release, you know, like a physical Blu-ray release. I don't know if they have like a special edition out, but I'll be looking out for it, you know. But it's a beautiful movie. Yeah, it's
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Eddie, what did Birdy have you watch?
So Birdy.
Damn, you drunk?
I'm across.
Hey, are you on drugs, dude?
My brain's not working right now. He made me watch a movie called Come On Horses. And boy, did I love it.
I went over to his house and I made him sit down.
You were just looking at me the whole time. So he made me watch a movie called Calm with Horses, which at first I could not find anywhere. But I noticed that every time I was looking up that movie, try to rent it, there's a movie called The Shadow of Violence kept popping up. I'm like, maybe that's just like a related type of thing. So eventually I found out that, it was renamed for Americans, The Shadow of Violence, or In the Shadow of Violence, or whatever.
The Shadow of Violence.
The Shadow of Violence.
That's strange. I wonder why they did that.
Well, yeah, which is weird because when I rented it and I saw that was the name, I'm like, oh, it's going to be like an action film. So I'm like, oh, maybe Birdy was like, oh, you're going to enjoy this like gore fest or whatever. And this movie is not like that at all. Like that name does not suit it.
Quick question.
What?
Did you have trouble renting it? Because you had said last time.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's weird. I think I have like 2 Amazon accounts.
Damn, rich boy.
Damn, what's it like to have money?
It's chill. So yeah, that name, dude, does not.
Yeah.
It just like.
It's misleading.
And I think they did it because Americans like calm with horses would be too like, I don't know, just wouldn't grab them, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
But that title makes way more sense because if you actually watch the movie, that there's things that happen with that go along with that title.
Yeah.
But anyways, so to me it was like a drama / like character study. And the main character, I've never seen that actor before. But when I looked him up, I heard he's like kind of like up and coming. So he hasn't done much, which is good because like I always prefer movies that have like
Nobodies?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Not nobodies, unknowns.
But no, yeah. I was like, damn, dude, be nice.
Fuck you.
But this movie, man, my favorite thing about it was how like it's very tension filled throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But like in a weird way because it's not, like I said, like that title doesn't go along with it because it's there is violence in it, but it's kind of very sporadic and it's not like the main thing. Like it's not its focus. It's ultimately about I can't remember the character's name. Hold on.
Damn, unprepared.
Arm.
Arm? Oh shit.
The easiest name ever. So it's just him about he's kind of like a gun for hire. Like he gets paid to take out some people, shit like that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
kind of like
he's
Barry
also
on HBO.
He's also trying to like be a father, and he knows that like he can't be doing this shit if he's gonna be a good dad. And it's pretty much, like I said, a character study about him being kind of torn between these two worlds of him trying to be the good guy and do the right thing, and then having this world kind of pull him under. And it has that freaking actor that I freaking love, but I always forget his name. He's weird looking.
Barry Cogan or Cogan?
Yeah, that guy.
From Dunkirk.
His character is fucking cool too. But even his character, like
he's a wild character, dude.
Yeah, he's like whenever he's like on screen, you just don't know what he's gonna do. Yeah. Like he's really unpredictable, and like he's like just like a ticking time bomb. Like he, and I feel like he's the one that's kind of pulling Arm under into this world. And I don't know, man. I can't talk too much on it because it's just gonna. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but I don't know. It didn't. The story, it's not super original, but the way it's told and shot, like it kind of, it doesn't feel like stale. Like it's nothing that's gonna blow your mind, but the way that it's filmed and all that, it keeps it kind of fresh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of close-ups, like there's a lot of lingering shots, like where it's like literally the camera's like right in front of a character's face and it just lingers on their face, so you get to see their kind of their reaction to certain things, and you just get to see a lot of emotion. There's like a lot of close-ups on them, and there's like a lot of close-ups on like his hands too, his knuckles are all fucked up from beating up people. So I really do like how it's shot. It's really bleak looking, like not bland, but it's just shot very like dark.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes along with that world they're trying to build and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like most people would like this. I never heard about this movie.
I've never heard of it either until Birdy brought it up.
Yeah, and
I had seen it like on Netflix. Like it was floating around for a while, and I saw the what's his name, Barry. I saw like him in it, and I was like, and then I thought it was like an older movie, but no, it was like a more recent movie. And then I was like, why isn't no one talking about this? I even looked up, even on YouTube. There's no one on YouTube reviewing it. Dude. Like no one's talking about this movie, and like so I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking good.
Yeah,
I love this movie. It gave me like a feeling of like, man, like a struggle, like a feeling of struggle every time I watched it, because I watched it like twice already, and like the character resonated with like me and his world, because it's like he's struggling to figure out which path he needs to take, but there's always this one path that's just like it's pulling him in, like it's just like he has no choice but to gravitate towards it because of who he is and what he's done and where exactly he wants to go. Like as this guy wants to get so straight, but like there's no way, like there's just no way. So like every choice he makes, like there's a consequence. Like it's a great like melodramatic character study. Like. And I love those type of films because they're so undercover, because nobody wants to make films like that right now. Nobody wants to watch it like that. But it's great, and I love Barry's character, the one that he mentioned that was like a wild card. Him, I felt like he was like one of the best things about the movie, because every time he was on screen, like it was like you just love hearing him talk. Because like he sounds like such a little boy, but it's like he's not, like he's just fucking scared, you know. And then Arm, like the main character, like I said, he's just like this big dude who's like tired of being the big muscle, and he wants to relax, but he can't because he's a big muscle guy, you know. But I just, and then the soundtrack too was very interesting to me, which gave me a very noiristic film feeling for it. I loved it very much.
I heard that was the director's like debut too.
I actually don't know who the director is, but yeah, I read that too, that he had just made this one movie. But yeah, like it's great. Like I said, I appreciate movies like that, because like I don't know if you guys heard of this movie called Dog Pound.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Like it's like I love movies like that, man. They're so undercover, and they're so like isolated, like within their own plot line, but they're so character driven, and they're so melodramatic and within their own zone, that it's just like it's such a gripping story. It reminds me a lot of like Drive and shit, the way that Nicholas Winding Refn like treated that character, and how his path was always like trying to go through the straight and narrow, but fortunately for him and his nature, it's like you're going towards the dark side no matter where you go. You know what I mean? I just love shit like that so much. It's such a good it's such a good like eye into the human spirit of like, you know, there's some people who were born into the darkness that will try their best to go towards the light, but the darkness will always like pull them in and shit, you know.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No, it's definitely something that I'd recommend to most people. I think most people would like it. Yeah. You don't gotta like prepare yourself mentally or anything like that with this. It's just a good character study, and I enjoyed it. So I think.
And it was under what name on Amazon?
The Shadow of Violence.
Shadow of Violence?
Or Shadow of Violence. One of those. But yeah. But I mean, it's on Amazon. It's on YouTube. You can rent. Once I looked it up with that name, it popped up on a bunch of different like
to rent
apps and stuff. Yeah. So. Yeah, check it.
That's what's up.
What about you?
My next and final one is one I haven't seen yet, so it's going to pass.
Fuck you.
Eddie had me watch. Eddie held me prisoner and recorded me watching Enter the Void.
Enter the void.
That movie fucking sucked, dude. As per usual, Eddie likes to assault my senses. And
I was hoping you get a seizure on this one too.
Yeah, dude, I know. I had to close my eyes. I had to close my eyes.
Next time Eddie comes over and makes you, he's just gonna put a strobe light in front of you.
It's part of the experience, dude.
Dude, this movie, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend it. Just because it's another assault on the senses.
Dude, it's fucking
very
long.
It's long. It's very graphic. Like I was not expecting like the sex to be that graphic in it.
Yeah,
Because I know that it was known for having like some gnarly sex scenes, but I did not know it was gonna be that graphic.
yeah, it shows pretty much everything.
Yeah,
So we saw the director's cut,
I believe so.
and that adds 20 minutes to the already
Thanks.
2 hour and something time. So
Thanks.
I think it was almost exactly 3 hours. You're welcome.
Just like all the flashing lights, dude, and like. Walk me. I need you to walk me through it again. Just
So it's
for some reason my mind's only focusing on like
the lights.
the lights.
So, it's a kind of retelling of the Book of the Dead, where they kind of mention it in the. Is it the Book of the Dead or whatever that book is called? They mention it in the movie, but it's just like his version of showing people what it's like to be on DMT.
Okay.
And a lot of people say it's very spiritual. Like a lot of people say that it's being on DMT is kind of like being like that's what happens when you die, and you kind of like flow and you see your body and shit like that. And so he wanted to make a movie that explores that because he's into drugs. So,
What was up with the relationship with the brother and sister?
it was weird, huh?
Yes.
It was. I don't know, dude. It was just a fucked up relationship.
Like incest weird?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was getting from it.
It kind of hints on it,
yeah,
but
it hints on it. It's not very explicit with it, but it's just kind of like
he gets like jealous and shit, like. But it's just like part of it, like your
just
mind's just like
how affectionate they are with each other too is kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's
Sounds
just
like
me.
they really love each other.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's just the way they were showing that love to each other, the way they were like touch each other, like it was kind of like in a caressing type of way, and I don't know. It made me feel kind of like I don't know.
There's a scene in the movie that I'm going to talk about after this that you recommend that's kind of like that, and I was like, that's weird. But then like I've seen it in other movies too, and I'm like, am I just the only normal one? Like, like I don't know, cause like I know like people like the whole like Birdy thing when he's like kissing with his son like in his mouth and shit. That shit was weird.
Yeah.
But there was also like people defending like that's not weird. Like I kissed my son, blah blah blah, and I'm just like I don't know, dude. Like I think just people have different relationships, and
that's true.
And this one, yeah, it is a little overboard, and it does kind of hit like this kind of weird.
Yeah,
maybe it's like a culture thing. I mean, it is a French film.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
and over there, like they kiss when they greet each other.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, just and then I thought the whole movie was gonna be a POV. Like type of movie, just because of how it starts.
So yeah, part of it is, and then he eventually dies.
Yeah.
He gets shot, and you kind of become his spirit, his soul, whatever you want to call it, and you see him wandering through time, through walls, through all kinds of shit, and he's just all over the place. And he's kind of like in a limbo, I guess, and eventually, I mean, it's not really ruining it, but. He kind of reincarnates at the end, and the whole thing is just a visual trip.
Again, Gaspar Noé with the camera work too.
Like, insane, dude.
Insane camera work.
I think it's even more insane than
Irreversible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because there's the shots that I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How the fuck does this guy do it? And he does like me and you like eventually realized, okay, he's using miniatures on some of these shots, but it's still weird how it transitions from that to like real actors and shit. And I'm just like,
it's like flawless.
Yeah,
it's like so seamless. The transitions, it was nuts, dude.
Yeah, this movie's a trip, man. It's like you said, it assaults like all your senses, like your sight, sound, everything, and like, oh man, I wish like we were like 100 years in the future where like movies are like you can feel them, because I feel like it's
fuck no, I would not watch this, dude. Fuck that.
But what did you like about it besides the camera work?
Anything involving production, like I thought was really good. The performances were good. Like they were great. Like it didn't feel like I was watching actors. It honestly felt kind of like, I don't want to say a documentary, but the characters felt real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I will give it that. It's not in comparison to like Irreversible. It's not as like, I guess, brutal. Obviously.
No, there's some scenes though that
there
caught
are.
me off guard. I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
There is, but like I said, the sex was like super graphic. I was not expecting that. Like, damn, Eddie's making me watch porn over here. Mm-hmm. Isn't there? Am I misremembering? Isn't there like a scene where someone's getting an abortion?
Yeah. So yeah, somebody, the sister gets an abortion,
and like it's showing,
and it shows like the little tools inside her.
I mean, it's like a bird's eye view, like it's from up top POV,
yeah.
But like, I was like, holy shit!
This was like trying to get reincarnated, and he's like, oh, well, there goes my chance. So I there's like a scene where it shows like the fetus too, like the little tiny fetus. It's cute, but yeah, it's fucked up, man. We're laughing now, but we were very serious when watching it.
Dude, I had to close my eyes a few times just because of the lights, of all the strobing, and you got it on video. It looks like I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, dude.
But it's just like it felt just so intense. What happened?
The video when you're like, my bad.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it like with the episode, like in the same post. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, so people could watch it. It's like a minute and a half long.
Yeah,
it is funny.
I just chopped up because it's such an insane movie.
Yeah,
like it is slow, but the whole time like there's transitions where it's just weird patterns and just weird lighting. This movie, his biggest influence for the movie was 2001: Space Odyssey.
I was gonna mention that.
That scene where he's going to like the time warp and shit, and all the lights, like that was his main. Like he wanted to make a movie like that, but just involve like a trip.
Yeah,
and cause, I mean, even he has a fucking baby. I think most of his movies, I can't say I don't remember if in Climax, but he always has like posters of movies that he like loves in his movies. And I know in this one we saw, I think it was 2001: Space Odyssey on the wall. Irreversible, we saw another movie. I can't remember what it was. But there was a couple movies on there, and then Climax I don't remember, but the last film he made, Vortex, about dementia that has about a couple that has dementia. He has posters on the walls too of like different movies and stuff. So he's always like doing little shout outs to films that influenced him.
That's tight.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie I don't recommend it.
I would only recommend it the same people that I would recommend Irreversible to.
Just
because
film
you're
snobs
you appreciate like film work and production and all that shit.
Or if like you're gonna take like hallucinogens. Like
I don't know if I would recommend that, dude.
I
don't know. Do what you want.
At your own risk.
At your own risk. Enter the void. It's not streaming anywhere, or I don't think. I
didn't check.
Because like you had brought over the copy, so I want to look it up. So if you want to look it up, Google Enter the Void and watch it if you dare.
It's definitely a movie unlike anything else you'll see.
Yeah.
So it's an original film. It's very creative, but it isn't for everyone. It's hard to watch, especially if you're what's the word I'm looking for? Epileptic. Like, just don't watch it for sure.
Yeah, if you're epileptic, definitely don't watch it. Watch the Porygon episode of Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I do want Birdy to eventually watch it.
He watched a little bit of it with us.
Yeah, but
I cried and I left.
It's just fucking beautiful.
I'll skill.
He went to his room to have a seizure.
I'll be right back, guys.
I just remember hearing in his room.
Like, yeah, that's what it was.
So what Birdy? What Birdy? What movie did I have
You guys
you
are
watch,
butchering
Birdy?
me today, dude.
I know, dude. My bad, homie. So what movie did I have you watch?
Belly.
Damn, back to life. What initial thoughts?
Dude, I'm being serious when I say this.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite movies of my life.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Of my life. Like my forever stamped on the fucking Mount Rushmore of films
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
Belly.
Dude,
Belly's on that list
I
now.
was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
that's tight. That's tight.
I ordered like the physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I was like, dude, fuck no, this movie was made. Fuck no.
Yeah, director Hype Williams' only movie
His
he's ever
only
made.
movie, dude.
Because he's a music video
Yeah,
director.
and he's still making music videos
Yeah.
to this day, and he's been doing so since the 90s.
Yeah.
And dude, Belly, like, oh, man, that movie makes me want to get like the biggest TV and the best sound system there is out there right now and just play it on that shit, dude. But I love the fuck out of this movie, dude. I loved it so much. Everything about it. The story itself is pretty like easy to grasp onto. It's nothing special, you know.
Yeah.
It's about like these two drug dealers played by Nas and DMX, who are like in the game and they're like kingpins in the game.
Yeah.
And like eventually towards the end, they start getting other ideas. One of them wants to go this way, the other one wants to go that way, you know. And then it's a pretty easy story to grasp onto. And a couple of other movies have done that story before.
Yeah.
What made me love it is everything else. Everything else. The actors, the actresses, the locations, the cinematography, the color palettes, the editing, the shots.
Yeah.
Dude, everything else, dude, the plot was like the patty.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was into the rest of the burger, dude. Like, I was picking it apart, like eating the bun and then the lettuce. And then, like, dude, I was like, this movie's so fucking sick. And, like, dude, like, the opening scene itself, I was already like, dude.
That's one of my favorite opening
It's
sequences
so fucking
in like
good,
all of
dude.
movies.
Like it's so fucking good. And like the acting itself was like it was pretty mid, you know, given that they're rappers that they don't really have a career in acting.
It's a lot of rappers and singers, like T-Boz is in it from TLC.
Yeah.
Method Man's in it.
But it's a super stylish, sexy movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like I saw someone online call it something and I was like, that's what it is. And that's what it's gonna be to me from now on. But they called it hip hop noir.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so perfect, dude. That's so the narration, the lingering shots of them like thinking and looking around and just like some of the characters, the way he dressed them, you know, like Method Man's outfit when he's like trying to get into that world with that drug dealer.
Yeah.
Dude, his outfit's so goofy.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is so badass. The cars, like even the cars, like oh dude, it's such a style. Like dude, this fool has nothing. Like Nicholas Winning has nothing on. Like dude, this guy. You know what I mean? Like Nicholas Winning Refn probably saw that and was like, I could do that too. Yeah. Dude, but it's so fucking like. It's right up there for me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that you recommend because I've known about that movie since high school, but I just never watched it because I was like, just rappers making movies again, you know.
That cover turned me off from watching it for a long time. 'Cause it just looks so generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, because like I read somewhere that, well, I didn't even have to read it because after the movie, like I realized like they weren't even in tuxedos or suits in the whole movie. Like, what's up with the poster being like that? But it made me love the poster because I was like, it felt like an album cover for the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, dude. Everything about this movie is so fucking badass. I can only wish I can make a film like this one day, as stylistic as this, you know. But it's up there, man. Like, thank you,
Hell yeah.
thank you for making me watch that movie, dude. Because like, man, I can't wait to get the physical copy just so I can be like, fucking have this shit, dude.
There's a Belly 2. I'm not. I wouldn't say it's a sequel, but there's a Belly 2 starring the game. I've never seen it, but everything I've read about it is like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a whole different story, a whole different team making it.
I had no idea either that DMX was pretty unknown.
At the time?
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah.
Because I guess someone had thought that first scene in that big house, I was like, oh, that's DMX's house. Like, he's fucking rich, rapper. But the director came out and he's like, no, it's someone else's house. It's not his. We actually had to rent that space.
What year was this movie?
Early 2000s, I think, or late 90s?
No, it
or?
was in late 90s, I think, 99 or 98.
Mm.
Which is like gnarly that a film like that was made during that time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's fucking hip hop noir, dude.
Yeah.
The narration, like, this, like, so good.
One of my favorite shots of the movie is it's been screenshotted a lot, and it just like a nothing type of shot. Like there's really no importance to it. It's just like an amazing shot to me. Is when Nas is sitting on the couch, and the camera's kind of like below him, so it's kind of looking up at him.
Yeah.
And you see that big ass portrait behind him.
Yeah, with the black woman like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, I love that shot.
I love that shot.
Dude,
yeah.
a lot of shots he was using, I was like, I mean, it definitely looks like a music video, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And it's like, it made me realize that, because there's a couple of other music video directors that are making movies nowadays. Spike Jonze.
Spike Jonze. Mick G.
Mark Webb,
Yeah.
who made the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
But their style of music videos definitely doesn't fit whatever they were trying to make on screen.
Yeah.
But Hype Williams, like, dude, he brought that mixture and made it work
Yeah.
so much. But, oh man, I want to get the poster, dude. Like, I'm obsessed with that movie right now. Like, I feel like it was like the first time I watched like Only God Forgives. You know, like I was just like, movies can look this cool. Like, I don't give a fuck about the plot. Like, dude, this shit looks cool. Like, look at this shit. It's like an hour and a half of coolness on here. But I loved it.
That's what's up. What do you think about it? You liked it?
I liked it. I haven't seen it in so long though, dude. Like I think I was in high school when I last saw it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was.
Well, it's 'cause I don't know. I need to rewatch it soon.
Yeah,
But I liked it.
I've always loved it just because like I'm a hip hop kid, you know.
Yeah.
So that's one movie definitely. I
Oh,
was
the
like,
music too.
yeah, dude, I fucking love the
intro
music.
for the dude, everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
But yeah, like I said, like a hip hop kid, I was obsessed with TLC and Nas and T-Boz and Nas in it, and there were a couple, so I was like, this is my movie.
And then I wondered who that one drug dealer was with the perm.
Oh, that's what's his name
Eating
from?
the banana all nasty and shit.
Fuck, I can't remember the
That
actor's
was
name.
such a gummo scene, dude.
Oh, when he was eating the banana.
Yeah, I was like, this gives me fucking spaghetti in the bathtub feelings.
Yeah. No, that's the actor from Menace to Society.
Yeah, I looked him up and I
Yeah.
was like, dude, he's good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
good.
I can't remember his name though.
I can't either.
Yeah, but yeah, he's good. All right, now to cap it off with Eddie, What I Made You Watch. What I Make You Watch.
So you made me watch Do the Right Thing,
Yep.
a movie that I've heard about all my fucking life. It never caught my interest, never caught my eye. And why the fuck did you make me watch that, dude? I did not like it at all.
Really?
No, dude.
What?
Wow.
Dude, fuck this movie.
What?
I hated it, dude.
Why?
All right.
Get ready to cancel Eddie.
I don't think I got the message he was trying to send. And I'm being honest because, like, I looked up so many reviews. I went on IMDb. I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? Because everyone in that movie is a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Literally everyone. There's not one likable character. And I'm just like, all right, so I'm not rooting for anyone here. And so, I don't know. You liked it?
I love that movie, dude.
First of all, I hate 80s hip hop.
Yeah.
I love 90s hip hop. I fucking hate 80s hip hop. And it starts with like a 2-minute intro with some girl dancing.
With Fight With the Power by Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Which the
I
song
hate Public Enemy, dude. Like,
that song was made for the movie.
was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, the Fight the Power. Fight the Power. Yeah, that one.
And that song plays a million times in the movie.
Yeah, it was made for the movie, so.
So, on top of that, I hate saxophones, dude.
Oh,
And you would think it's like, with the Public Enemy playing, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a lot of hip hop, maybe some rap in this. 90% of it is like instrumental, like jazzy stuff.
Yep.
And I hate it, dude. I was like, oh, wow. So I hated the music. I hated all the characters. I don't get what he was trying to say. Like, I think I do. The movie's called Do the Right Thing, and I think it leaves that up to the viewer to ask himself or herself, did they do the right thing? Because what was his main character? Mookie. Would just it was I didn't know it was Spike Lee.
Spike Lee joint.
I was like, this guy looks kind of goofy, like, because there's like a lot of shots where one thing I will give it, man, the camera work is it's insane in the movie. There's never like two shots that look the same. It feels like it's so fast paced. Like I was never bored for a second. It's fast moving. Tons of dialogue. There's some scenes where I felt overwhelmed because how much it is just throwing at you at once. And I was like, man, this movie, it's pretty awesome. I don't like that tone. It has like that Wes Anderson yellow tone to it. But I feel
like the color grading?
Yeah, I feel like that was like a big thing in like the early 90s. And I don't like that. Like I know like Wes Anderson films, like they get a lot of love for how they look. I don't like how Wes Anderson films look. I hate that color grading. And this movie has that. So I don't know, like what the fuck was the point? Like was it just like, hey, everyone in this movie is fucking lazy. Nobody can hold a job. Everyone's a terrible father. The only people that are hardworking are these like Italians, and they get fucked at the end. And like they destroy his pizza for like something that he didn't even do. And I'm just like, oh, what the fuck was the point? And when I looked up reviews, everyone who was calling it like a masterpiece, they weren't giving examples why. I caught that on, and it was like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But it was just like, oh, this movie's amazing, blah, blah, blah. A timeless masterpiece, but it never gave examples. And when I found the 1 or 2 star ratings, they went, okay, so this happens and then this happens, but why? Like, it gave examples, and I'm just confused because I did feel like they literally portray every single black person in this movie as a lazy, can't hold a job, like I said, terrible father. Even Mookie, who has a job, he sucks at it. He's like taking advantage of it. He's going home, like showering on the clock, like hanging out, taking forever. And I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I felt like, what was he trying to say or do with it?
My interpretation of it is everybody could think they're doing the right thing because in their mind, they're like, I'm doing this for the good or whatever. Mm-hmm. But no matter what, it's going to affect somebody negatively. And it's just an exaggerated account of that.
Yeah. It was, I got that it was like very amplified.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I felt bad for that pizzeria, dude. And they established early on in the movie that they have been in business for like 25 years or something. And the guy was like, yeah, I built this from like with my bare hands. And like, even at the end, like he's close and he offers to let the like these kids come in to eat like pizza. Like, he opens the door for them, and there's these 2 characters, and they're like trying to boycott it because he doesn't have any any African Americans on that wall where it's just a bunch of portraits of Italians.
Oh, yeah,
famous Italian actors or something.
Yeah, Radio Raheem and
yeah,
Bugging Out.
Oh, Radio Raheem is annoying, dude. Like, every scene, cause I think it was probably because like when I watch movies, I watch them very loud, so it was just like that song, and they even like make fun of him. It's like, is that the only tape you have? He's like, what's wrong? The Public Enemy's tight, blah, blah. So it's just constantly that song just keeps blaring at you. And there's a scene where he walks into, towards the end, where he walks into the pizzeria, and he's like trying to get pizza, but he has the fucking boombox bumping. And like, dude, it was overstimulating me, dude. I was like, they're trying to talk, and everyone's yelling, and that fucking song is blaring. I'm just like, oh my God, this is way too much for me, dude. And finally, like when he breaks his boombox, I'm just like, fuck, finally.
And then shit hits
And
the fan.
then you get like maybe a minute or two of peace, and then just shit goes south again. And dude, it was, I don't know, man. I did not get it. I don't know, man. Wasn't my thing.
Damn.
So,
do you like the movie, Birdy?
I love that movie. Yeah.
What would you say? What would your interpretation of it be?
Pure hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he was going for.
Yeah, because especially with the scene of like everybody basically saying every racist remark to the camera, you know?
oh yeah.
But another thing that he mentions in the plot synopsis of this movie, Spike Lee mentions that this is the hottest day
Oh, that's right.
in Brooklyn. So everyone's already on edge. Everyone's already like, fuck, I'm hot, I'm pissed. I hate where I'm at. I hate what I got. I hate everyone. That's why like everything goes south at every corner because everyone's so pissed. Everyone's pissed that it's hot. Everyone's pissed that there's Mexicans in the corner. Everyone's pissed that there's a black guy over here. Everyone's pissed that there's an Italian with no fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone's just pissed throughout the whole movie. But my interpretation of it was just he wanted to really show what hatred leads to. Like, because at the end of the movie, it's almost like you just had the most roughest sex that wasn't even enjoyable. It was like you were taking it up the ass. You know what I mean? And you both came, and that's cool. But now you're wondering, what the fuck was that about? You just hit me and fucked me, and like you gave me sex, but I just did not like it. Can we talk about that? That's how I interpret it. It's like this whole movie was just like a rough ride that was like not enjoyable, but it was funny. But at the end of it, like you're breathing and you're just kind of like looking back and being like, was that the right thing? I can't tell if I did the right thing or not. You know, was it the right thing for Mookie to throw that trash can at the pizzeria? Was it the right thing for Radio Raheem to get his shit smashed? Was it the right thing for the cops? In order to calm him down, they had to kill him. Did anybody do the right thing? Who did the right thing? So at the end of it, it's almost like everybody's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you all just realize how full of hatred you are. How full of remorse and how lost in it you have become because you're so fucking full of hatred. You know what I mean?
Why do you think he made like the Italians and the Koreans like the ones that have like the successful businesses, and like what do you think he was trying to say with that?
I think it was more speaking to stereotypes of the time. You know?
Because they were around then.
Well, it's like 1980s, late 1980s, New York. Those were the ones that owned the businesses and like the type of businesses that they had. I think he was just speaking to the stereotype.
But then again, like I'm just like, what was the point? Like,
but I understand where Eddie's coming from because that does get to a point in the movie where you're just kind of like, what are you trying to tell me here?
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell me here?
It could easily be like interpreted as like being beat over the head with it.
Which I think this is one of those movies where back in the day, because a lot of people hated on the movie when it first came out because of that. Like a lot of people told Spike Lee, like, why are you releasing a movie like this? Like you're just adding fuel to the fire. Yeah. Like you just gave these people the right to get angry at us. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
But like, because there's a shitload of interviews with him, like, because everyone comes after him because of this movie, and like he always has the most calmest answers, and like he always has this answer of like, look within yourself, man, look within yourself, and look at the hatred that you have, and ask yourself, why are you so full of hatred towards that thing? Why? Like, why is it bugging you so much? You know, is it you, or were you taught? You know, so I think this movie has. I think that, like I said, that's what I interpret this movie. It's just like a whole rough sex-ish. By the time you guys are both satisfied, you're both looking back and being like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What was that? Let's not do that again. You know?
It ends with two quotes that are very, I guess it's supposed to represent like the duality of men. Which it ends with like, violence is not the answer from Martin Luther King. And then it has the second quote from Malcolm X that's like, I'm not saying violence is the answer, but if it comes to it, like, it's needed. And I'm just like, yeah, but you just went all in on Malcolm X's, and like you didn't even like practice Martin Luther King's in the movie. So I'm like, you kind of overshadowed that one. So I'm just like, what if you're gonna represent? Like, I feel like Full Metal Jacket I feel like this movie was kind of trying to do what Full Metal Jacket did, even though Full Metal Jacket did it a million times better, in my opinion.
A million?
A
Not
million.
like 900 more?
Maybe that. But I think it's supposed to represent like the duality and like I said, which path are you gonna take?
And I agree with you on that. And I'm glad you said what you said because, like, honestly, I never heard anyone say what Eddie said.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone's so catering to that message,
Yeah.
And Eddie's one of the first few people that I heard say, like,
yeah,
it's because he's racist.
But I do like your interpretation.
No, I felt bad because I'm like, why are you representing all of them like such pieces of shit?
I love your interpretation of it.
And I don't know, dude. And then that sex scene, dude, it feels so unnecessary.
Yeah, that I would agree with that.
There's just a weird scene where Mookie, the main character, is like trying to mac it with his girl, and like you mentioned, it's like the hottest day of the year, and he goes in there grabs some ice cubes. He's like, all right, we won't have sex, but let me cool you off and whatever. And he starts like rubbing ice cubes on her like thighs and legs and like her arms and shit. I'm like, okay, I guess. But then like out of nowhere, it's just a hard cut to her tits, and it just kind of lingers on her tits for a little bit, and I'm just like, dude, I feel awkward watching this. Like, and then it just ends. Like, it doesn't lead to anything or anywhere. And I'm just like, did you just want to see her tits, or like, I didn't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I felt the same way about that scene. That's my one major gripe about this movie is the way they treated that actress.
Rosie Perez.
I don't like the way Spike Lee treated her.
Yeah.
Her character, or even behind the scenes, because she did not want to do that.
Yeah, I remember reading about.
She didn't
want to do it.
Yeah, she was like she was crying. She was crying during that scene.
So yeah, that brings me up to another thing. I kind of looked into it, and because I was curious about the actors, 'cause I recognized some of them, and she came up, and there was like interviews with her where she's talking about like how he's telling everyone that he hired her for this job because of her accent and this and that, and how she was just saying to everyone like, no, that's bullshit, that's not why you hired me. And I guess the way he chose her was like a twerking contest thing, like at one of his clubs, and that's how like the winner of that contest got to be the actress in this, and which kind of makes me feel like that combined with like that weird scene, the weird sex scene, like I don't know, it just felt fucking weird.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
It just felt out of nowhere. It's kind of like that scene, like it's not as bad, but in like Star Trek Into Darkness, like I love that movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But that there's that weird scene where one of the characters, he's changing, and Captain Kirk like turns around, he's like trying to look at her, and he's like I don't know, this is weird dialogue, and it's so unnecessary, and it's just weird. It's like like that's why I love movies that just have like bromances between like characters. Like they don't have that kind of like we talked about a while back, like Jeepers Creepers. Like the reason the director made them sister and brother was so that there's no like sexual tension between them. So nobody's even thinking about that. It's just a bond between the sister. Like, because if they were just friends, like everyone's gonna be thinking that like, and
it would have probably ended with them fucking or something.
But there's like movies that do it really well, like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
The two main characters, like I love that movie, and I love that there's no like weird scenes between them. Like they're just fucking like, hey, we work fucking great together, and they're just professional throughout the whole thing.
I love that.
Yeah, and you hardly see that, and like Americans just have to like kind of like sexualize everything. It's like, oh, I get I don't know. It's just I just like when everyone's just fucking straightforward. Like we got a job
when
to do.
Everyone's fucking.
Yeah, just giant orgies. And
let me see your blowhole right now. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
because
I
every
agree
time
with that
there's like
too.
a sex scene in a movie and like it really feels unnecessary, you're just like
why?
What are you doing, man?
Yeah,
like,
I've seen tits before. Like it's cool. Like
yeah, me too.
But that's why, like, yeah, I agree with Eddie. It's like it's so much greater when there's like a platonic relationship between a man and a female, and you don't have to turn it into that. There's just no, that's not necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, like that scene definitely felt like that's probably like the only scene that felt out of place.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, the good things about this movie, like the dialogue is really engaging. Like I said, I didn't feel bored I don't know how long it is, but it felt like it was like an hour long, just because how like into it I was, and it's fucking hilarious. Like, dude.
What about the scene with the guy with the Celtics jersey who scuffs his shoe?
Dude, I
He's
was
like, "What is
fucking
excuse me?"
cracking up.
Dude,
Give him 100 headaches.
man, I heard he was talking about your mom.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, when they're instigating, oh my god, I was fucking
You better
dying.
throw shits
Dude.
away. Them shits is broke.
I was like,
love
what
that
the
scene.
fuck am I watching?
That's one of my favorite scenes, dude.
Dude, that shit is so
whole
funny.
dialogue, dude.
Yeah, it almost like it almost feels animated because of the camera work. Because
Yeah.
like when it shows like his scuffed shoe, like it's like a hard zoom into it. Like it's very like you can tell he had a lot of fun behind the camera, like filming it and getting all that. So, I mean, I couldn't recommend it just because I wasn't into it, but I don't know, man.
You know who that actor was, right? That played Bugging Out?
I've seen him before, and when I was looking up the actress, he did come up and.
He played Gus in Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
He's very young in this.
Yeah.
They're all young. There's a bunch of people that are young.
Martin
in this.
Lawrence is in. He's one of the
Yeah,
instigators.
dude. Yeah.
He's like, "Dipshit, he's broke."
It was weird. It was weird seeing him like just as like a background character. Like
Yeah.
he's kind of a nobody.
Yeah.
So that was weird. But I do like how they drift so hard into like the stereotypes, like the Puerto Ricans and like everyone's just so like amplified to the max of like stereotypes. But yeah, I wasn't bored, but I just like I don't know, man. Maybe the message just I didn't get it, but I don't know. It wasn't my thing.
What was your favorite movie?
Yeah, I'm buying it on Blu-ray.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, those were our choices. We basically enjoyed all of them except Eddie.
Yeah.
Hey, next time we choose movies, can you pick one that's not gonna make me go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Please?
He's like, all right, we're gonna watch a 2-hour version of the Porygon episode of Pokemon.
Oh my
The
God,
extended edition.
I'm done. All right, boys. Well, thank you for. I'm very surprised at how much you enjoyed Belly.
I did too.
Like, I'm very surprised about that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually
didn't
surprised
expect
that
that.
you liked it.
What, Belly?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been forever, but I remember I watched it a couple times and I liked it.
Like I said, it's like cool.
Yeah.
It's like cool. You know what I mean? It's tight. I love that movie.
Because the only other movie I can compare it to, because you bringing up the term hip hop noir, it reminds me of the movie Paid in Full. I don't know if you've heard or seen that one.
No, I haven't.
With Wood Harris, Mekhi Phifer, and Cameron.
No.
No, that I would consider that one also like a hip hop noir type movie.
Okay.
But yeah, Belly. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That shit's tight. I like the little commentary, like when Gummo pops out on the TV. Like, man, what the fuck you watching over here, man? It's fucking weird ass shit.
Yeah.
DMX just like, man, it's just TV.
Yeah, but have any of our listeners watched any of these movies? And if you have, let us know what you thought in our Air Your Grievances section on Spotify. Getting more responses on there now.
Really?
Oh, we had 3 for the last episode.
Damn,
Wait,
you made it sound like
Can we see what it is?
Yeah, just go on the episode on Spotify and it'll... Or I could show you before I publish them.
I'm good. Too much work.
But yeah, I'm definitely publishing everything, so be respectful. No racial slurs, Eddie.
I'm making myself look bad. I want to retract everything I said.
I
love
want
that
to
movie.
apologize.
So you never said the N-word.
No,
All right. He's retracting. Retracting everything.
I'm off the hook.
It's okay. Making progress.
But yeah, thank you to those who have responded on there and gave us your opinion on stuff. Like, especially the Blink-182 stuff, like we got some. Or the Sum 41 stuff.
Yeah, dude.
But it's because the comments were about Blink-182.
Man, that was one of those episodes that when I went home, like, man, I should have mentioned this. I should have mentioned that. Like, a lot of shit popped up later on. Because I went back and, like, listened to a bunch of them. And I was like, oh, this is so tight. It's a good band, dude.
That band sucks.
Hey, well, one more thing I
What's
wanted to
up?
mention to you guys. Did you guys know that Gareth Edwards is making another movie?
No, I did not.
I didn't either. And there's a trailer out for it.
Gran Turismo?
Gareth Edwards.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh.
That Gran Turismo movie looks stupid.
It does.
Yeah, that's your boy.
And I'm really,
Blomkamp.
I know.
And I'm really like, why Neil Blomkamp? Why are you doing this?
That's how I feel about like the Indiana Jones movie. It's like it's James Mangold, and I like his movies, and I'm just like, oh, why Indiana Jones, dude?
Yeah, why? Why are you guys doing it?
Well, what's Gareth Edwards doing?
It's like some sci-fi movie called The Creator, but I haven't seen like a trailer. I seen like someone like on the internet, like on the TikTok, say like, I've been watching this trailer over and over again. It's so good. I can't wait to see it. But last movie he made was in 2016, Rogue One.
Oh shit!
So I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that he took such a hiatus. And
the only good Star Wars movie in the modern era.
Oh, basically, yeah. But
besides Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. If I saw like found that out and I was like, holy shit, something
cool.
good.
Did you guys watch the Barbie trailer?
The Barbie?
That
trailer?
movie looks fucking tight, dude.
It does look tight.
That shit looks fucking tight.
The Barbie trailer?
Barbie.
Oh yeah,
Greta Gerwig. Barbie. What did I say?
What else has she done?
Lady Bird. And
Lady Bird.
What else? There's another one. There's another one. Like a popular one.
Because I noticed that every time they bring that up, like it has her name attached to it, and like they only do that to certain directors.
I know
which is
she's
weird.
like a popular like indie director.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be like her big budget.
I never saw
movie.
Lady Bird, but I heard like nothing but good things about that movie.
I've only seen half of it because I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
That sounds engaging, dude.
You know me, dude. I'm a tired boy.
That's what's up, though.
But Barbie looks tight. Killers of the Flower Moon looks tight.
I'm really sad that that's just like an exclusive Apple thing.
No, it's gonna be in theaters.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be released in theaters, and because it's Martin Scorsese, you know him. He's like, it has to be in theaters.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought it was gonna be an Apple thing.
Yeah. I was like lame.
But no, it's gonna be in theaters, 3.5 hours long.
I'm excited for that one, dude.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
I love the Irishman.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh.
No.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking us out. All of our links will be in the link in the bio to this episode. I'm gonna add Eddie's Instagram to it. So.
No.
We'll see you guys next time.